Have you ever wondered why successful people always find a way to overcome challenges with ease, while most of us tend to feel overwhelmed? The answer might lie in a simple yet powerful principle: reverse thinking. This is a method that helps you change the way you perceive problems, allowing you not only to overcome difficulties but also to find opportunities within each challenge. Let's explore the power of reverse thinking and how to apply it to change your life. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoic Lessons channel. This is where we explore profound life philosophies and valuable lessons for personal development. Through these videos, you will find inspiring stories, essential skills to face difficulties, and mindsets that will help you live a meaningful life. In this video, we will explore the power of reverse thinking and how to apply it. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and make positive changes in our lives. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to not miss out on the latest insights. Now, let's get started. In life, we often get caught up in familiar thoughts and mental patterns that we unconsciously create. However, one of the greatest hidden strengths that people can possess is the ability to think in reverse. By viewing things from an opposite perspective, we can not only overcome tough challenges but also unlock new potentials. Reverse thinking is the ability to view a problem or a situation from a completely different angle, even one that contrasts with conventional thinking. While most people focus on the question, "How can I achieve this?" reverse thinking asks, "What would happen if I did the opposite?" Examples of reverse thinking: instead of seeking happiness from success, see if failure can bring valuable lessons. Instead of trying to avoid difficulties, try facing them and see if they help you grow. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that life is not about what happens, but how we react to what happens. The combination of reverse thinking and Stoic thinking helps you accept everything that happens. Instead of avoiding adversity, see it as an opportunity to train yourself. Focus on what you can control. Reverse thinking helps you realize that sometimes the best way to overcome an issue is not to tackle it head-on but to change how you perceive the problem. Learn from adversity. By facing what you usually avoid, you can discover more creative and effective solutions. Stoics believe that adversity is not an enemy, but the best teacher. When faced with a difficult situation, ask yourself, if this is an opportunity to learn something, what would that be? Example: if you fail in a project, don't just focus on the feeling of disappointment. Think in reverse: if I needed to fail to learn this important lesson, what would it be? Changing your perspective on success is not always about achieving the desired goal. Sometimes, success is the ability to overcome fear, stagnation, and the limits that you set for yourself. Example: a Stoic does not view losing money as a failure. Instead, they see it as a lesson on how to manage finances better. Visualize the worst-case scenario. A prominent principle in Stoic philosophy is premeditatio malorum, imagining the worst things that could happen. This is an effective form of reverse thinking to mentally prepare and plan for how to cope. Example: before starting a big project, ask yourself, if this project completely fails, what will I do? This not only helps you anticipate risks but also prepares you mentally so you won't be shocked by anything. Turning problems into opportunities. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "The obstacle on the path is the path." Reverse thinking helps you turn obstacles into leverage to move forward. For example, if you encounter a difficult client, instead of feeling threatened, see this as an opportunity to improve your communication and problem-solving skills. Ask reverse questions to find creative solutions. Instead of asking, "How can I avoid failure?" ask, "If failure is necessary for success, how should I fail to learn the most?" Instead of asking, "How can I get more time?" ask, "What can I eliminate from my current schedule to focus on more important tasks?" Reverse thinking in different areas of life. In work. Common thinking: I must work really hard to avoid mistakes. Reverse thinking: mistakes are inevitable, so how can I learn from them the fastest? In relationships. Common thinking: I must make everyone like me. Reverse thinking: not everyone will like me, so how can I live true to myself without needing approval from others? In financial management. Common thinking: I must earn a lot of money to feel secure. Reverse thinking: security doesn't lie in how much money I make, but in how I manage what I currently have. Benefits of reverse thinking. Better problem-solving ability. you'll see solutions you never thought of before. Reduced stress and anxiety. By accepting the worst-case scenario, you won't be afraid of the unknown. Increased creativity. Reverse thinking helps you break free from routines and come up with breakthrough ideas. Practicing reverse thinking every day. To make reverse thinking a habit, you need to practice it in everyday situations. Here are some exercises to help you apply reverse thinking and Stoic philosophy effectively. Practice every morning. Start your day with a reverse question. Instead of asking, "What do I need to do today to make it successful?" ask, "If today were a complete failure, what would make it so, and how can I avoid that?" This question helps you mentally prepare for unexpected situations and prioritize what truly matters. Confront your fears. Choose a fear you've been avoiding and ask yourself, "If I directly face this fear, what is the worst that could happen? And if that happens, what will I do?" For example, if you fear failing in a presentation, imagine the worst, forgetting your words, losing confidence, and think about how to overcome it. Prepare thoroughly, practice often, or face the audience to get comfortable. Focus on the core. Instead of trying to do everything, ask, "What would happen if I eliminated unnecessary tasks? What is the cost I'll pay, and what benefit will I gain?" This mindset helps you optimize your time and focus on what truly creates value. Learn to let go of what you can't control. Practice asking yourself, "Is this within my control?" If not, focus on how you respond rather than trying to change the situation. This is at the core of both reverse thinking and Stoic philosophy. Reverse thinking is a powerful tool, but not everyone finds it easy to accept or use. Here are some common barriers you might face. Fear of being different. Society often encourages us to follow familiar thought patterns. Reverse thinking requires you to think differently, and that may make you feel isolated. Remember, all great change begins with difference. Conservatism. When you're accustomed to old ways of working or thinking, trying a new approach can be uncomfortable. Stoic philosophy teaches that what causes discomfort is often what's worth pursuing. Lack of patience. Reverse thinking sometimes takes time to produce results. Learn to be patient and trust the process. People who have succeeded with reverse thinking. Marcus Aurelius. The Roman emperor and famous Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius applied reverse thinking in his leadership style. Instead of fearing adversity, he saw every challenge as an opportunity to demonstrate his leadership qualities. Elon Musk. The founder of Tesla and SpaceX often uses reverse thinking to solve complex problems. Instead of asking, "How can we improve existing technology?" he asks, "If we were to start from scratch, what would that technology look like?" Warren Buffett. The legendary investor Warren Buffett often applies reverse thinking in investing. Instead of following market trends, he focuses on finding long-term value, even if it goes against the current trends. Call to action. Now that you understand what reverse thinking is, how to apply it through the lens of Stoic philosophy, and the benefits it brings, the question is, are you ready to practice and change your life? Start small, choose a small daily issue and try to look at it from the reverse perspective. Practice daily, record the lessons and results you achieve by applying reverse thinking. Be consistent, not every situation will yield immediate results, but remember that big change starts with small steps. Let reverse thinking become the weapon that helps you overcome any adversity and achieve incredible success. Combined with Stoic philosophy, you will not only become stronger but also live a full, meaningful life. Because adversity does not shape a person, how we face adversity determines everything. Reverse thinking and mental freedom. One of the greatest strengths that reverse thinking provides is the ability to achieve mental freedom. When you understand that you can change the way you perceive everything, you will no longer be limited by negative thoughts or external circumstances. Freedom from anxiety and fear. Reverse thinking allows you to change how you face your fears. Instead of worrying about what might happen, you can learn to confront them directly. Stoic philosophy teaches that you cannot control the outside world, but you can control how you respond to it. Accepting the things you cannot change and focusing on your actions will help reduce anxiety and bring peace to your soul. Ending dependence on external validation. One of the key elements in Stoic thinking is not depending on others' recognition or criticism. Instead of seeking acceptance from the outside, you learn to self-assess and determine your own value. Reverse thinking helps you view every event, success, or failure from a different perspective, as an opportunity for learning and growth. This freedom not only allows you to live a peaceful life but also helps you follow your own path without being influenced by society's views or expectations. Reverse thinking in work and career. Reverse thinking is not only a powerful tool for facing personal challenges, but it is also highly useful in work and career. By applying the principles of reverse thinking and Stoic philosophy, you can develop a more creative, resilient, and effective mindset in the workplace. Reverse thinking in problem solving. When facing a problem at work, instead of focusing solely on solving it in the usual or traditional way, try looking at it from the reverse angle. Ask yourself, if I didn't approach this the way I initially thought, what would I do? Or, if this solution is not feasible, what other direction could I take? This approach encourages you to find creative and sometimes unconventional solutions that help you overcome traditional limits. It's a way not only to solve problems but also to create new opportunities. Patience in career development. Reverse thinking also helps you take a long-term view of your career. In a world filled with competition and rapid change, you may sometimes feel left behind. However, instead of worrying about delays, ask yourself, if I don't achieve success right away, is this part of the long-term growth process? Stoic philosophy reminds you that all great achievements take time and perseverance. Sometimes, temporary failures are stepping stones that bring you closer to long-term success. Applying reverse thinking will help you stay patient and view difficulties as learning opportunities, rather than irrecoverable failures. Accepting failure and learning from it. In any career, failure is unavoidable. However, instead of seeing it as the end, treat failure as an essential part of the success process. Reverse thinking helps you change your perspective on failure. When you think, what if failure is the opportunity for me to learn and become stronger? Stoic philosophy asserts that failure is only truly failure when you stop learning from it. Face failure bravely and find valuable lessons from each experience. Reverse thinking in relationships. Reverse thinking is not only useful in work or personal situations, but it can also help you improve relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. When applying reverse thinking in relationships, you will learn how to face conflicts and better understand how to interact with those around you. Empathy and patience. In relationships, you may encounter conflicts or disagreements that are unavoidable. Reverse thinking helps you ask the question, if I put myself in the other person's shoes, what would I think and feel? This will help you better understand the other person's perspective and respond more appropriately. Stoic philosophy teaches that in every situation, it is important to remain calm and not let emotions drive your actions. When you can be patient and empathetic, you will resolve conflicts more effectively. Accepting imperfection. Everyone has their own weaknesses and limitations, and none of us are perfect. Instead of placing unrealistic expectations on others, reverse thinking helps you accept imperfection and love people with all their flaws. You will no longer be disappointed or criticize others when they fail to meet your expectations. This acceptance not only helps you maintain lasting relationships but also helps you develop a deeper understanding and empathy for others. Reverse thinking and personal development. Personal development is a never-ending journey. It is a continuous process that requires perseverance, awareness, and a positive attitude in all circumstances. However, to achieve sustainable growth, you must understand that sometimes, the path to progress is not always the easiest one. That is why reverse thinking plays an extremely important role in helping you make progress every day. Applying reverse thinking to develop positive habits. Habits are a key factor in long-term success. However, to build positive habits, you need to reassess the way and environment in which you are operating. Instead of forcing yourself to do something because it is the right thing to do, think the opposite. If I don't do this today, how will I feel in the future? Reverse thinking helps you realize that habits are not just simple actions you do every day, but actions that yield results in the future, even though they may be challenging at the present moment. Facing challenges, you will learn to see negative aspects as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than obstacles. Learning to fail and rise after each setback. Everyone must go through failures in their personal development journey. However, instead of fearing or feeling defeated by them, reverse thinking helps you view failure as an essential part of the learning process. The question you need to ask yourself is, if failure helps me progress, why should I fear it? Reverse thinking helps you change your perspective on failure. You will learn to rise after each setback, not because you are stronger, but because you have learned valuable lessons from each experience. These failures will form the strong foundation that helps you move forward in your personal development journey. Accepting uncertainty and using it as an opportunity. Life is always filled with uncertainty and situations beyond your control. However, reverse thinking allows you not to feel confused or anxious about it. Instead, you learn to accept uncertainty and see it as an opportunity for growth. The question you need to ask is, if there were no uncertainty, I would never learn to face challenges and explore my hidden potential. When applying reverse thinking, you will not feel insecure about things that have not happened yet. Instead, you will find opportunities in every difficult situation and proactively face the unknown. These moments will be opportunities for you to develop essential qualities such as patience, determination, and the confidence to face any challenge. Reverse thinking and happiness. Happiness is not a destination but a process. It is a state that you can achieve every day by learning to view things from a different perspective, understanding the value of life and the things you have. Reverse thinking helps you not only find the path to happiness but also teaches you how to sustain it throughout your life. Reverse thinking helps you appreciate the small things. Many of us get caught up in the busy life, chasing big goals while overlooking the small things around us. Reverse thinking allows you to reconsider the simple but incredibly important moments in life. Instead of focusing solely on distant goals, you can ask yourself, what small thing can I appreciate right now? When you are grateful for small things like family, friends, health, and peaceful moments, you will feel happier, whether or not you have achieved big goals. Reverse thinking helps you realize that true happiness is not something you seek elsewhere, but is found in how you live and feel every day. Happiness is not the result, but the journey. One common mistake people make when it comes to happiness is thinking it only comes when they achieve something, a better job, a perfect relationship, or a higher income. However, reverse thinking helps you realize that happiness is not the final result but the journey you go through. Reverse thinking helps you understand that every day, every moment, you can find happiness in simple things. You will learn to live fully in the present and embrace each step of your journey as part of the process of growth and maturity. Happiness comes from living according to your true values. One important factor that helps you achieve lasting happiness is living in alignment with your core values. Reverse thinking helps you constantly ask yourself, what are my values, and am I living in accordance with them? When you live a life connected to your deep values, you will feel peaceful and satisfied with yourself, regardless of the challenges or difficulties around you. True happiness comes from doing what is right and living an honest life with yourself. The power of reverse thinking in emotional management. One important area where reverse thinking can bring profound change is in emotional management. Emotions are unavoidable in life, but how we react to them greatly impacts our quality of life. If we do not know how to control and transform our emotions, we are easily swept away by negative emotions such as anxiety, anger, sadness, or disappointment. However, by applying reverse thinking, you can face your emotions differently. Emotions are not a reflection of reality, but your reaction to it. In reality, emotions are not always an accurate indicator of objective truth. They are often influenced by our beliefs, perceptions, and thoughts. Reverse thinking helps you realize that emotions are just your reactions to events or situations in life. The question you need to ask yourself when you feel a strong emotion is, where is this emotion coming from? Does it reflect reality, or is it just my reaction to something I cannot control? By understanding that your emotions are not absolute truths, you can create distance and not let your emotions dictate your actions. When you can view your emotions objectively, you can easily adjust your reactions instead of letting emotions control all your decisions. Transforming negative emotions into learning opportunities. One interesting aspect of applying reverse thinking is that you learn to view negative emotions as learning opportunities, rather than things to avoid or run away from. Reverse thinking helps you see that negative emotions like anger, sadness, or disappointment are opportunities to learn about yourself, your beliefs, and your values. When you feel angry, instead of simply reacting emotionally, you can ask yourself, why am I angry? What does this reflect about me? Am I expecting something that I cannot control? Sometimes, discomfort arises not because of others or external situations but because of our own expectations. Reverse thinking helps you realize this and allows you to change how you perceive and adjust your actions. The ability to control emotions is true freedom. When you understand and control your emotions, you are truly free. Freedom is not being able to do everything without facing negative emotions, but the ability to react to situations without letting emotions control you. Reverse thinking gives you a powerful tool to not be dependent on fleeting emotions. To achieve this, you can practice stopping during intense emotional situations, breathing deeply, and asking yourself important questions such as, why do I feel this way? Does this really matter? Is there a way I can respond more calmly and rationally? As you practice these steps, you will gradually build the ability to control your emotions and not let them influence your actions or decisions. Inverse thinking in time management. Effective time management is one of the key factors in achieving success in any field. However, in a world filled with distractions and interruptions, managing time can be a significant challenge. Inverse thinking can help you reassess how you use your time and optimize every moment. Time is not something you can control, but you can control how you use it. While you cannot control time, you can control how you use it. Inverse thinking helps you realize that every passing day is an opportunity to decide what to do with your available time. The question you need to ask yourself is, if time is a limited resource, what can I do to use it more effectively? Realizing that time is finite helps you avoid wasting it on insignificant tasks and focus on what truly matters. Inverse thinking helps you reassess your priorities and start choosing actions that have long-term value instead of indulging in short-term pleasures or meaningless tasks. Do fewer things but do the right things. One powerful application of inverse thinking in time management is learning to do fewer things but the right things. Instead of trying to do everything, inverse thinking encourages you to focus on what is truly important and has the most significant impact on your long-term goals. Sometimes, you need to do the opposite of what others are doing, not always doing more, but doing less and doing the right things. To do this, you need to learn how to prioritize tasks and eliminate the unimportant ones. An inverse thinking question you can use is this task truly important for my larger goal? If the answer is no, you can allocate your time to tasks that truly add value. Accept imperfection to save time. The reality is that not everything can be perfect, and one way to apply inverse thinking to time management is learning to accept imperfection. Instead of spending excessive time making everything perfect, you should set time limits for each task and decide when to stop and move on to the next one. Inverse thinking helps you recognize that time is a precious resource, and there is no reason to waste it on unnecessary perfectionism. You can ask yourself, if I don't need to make everything perfect, could I finish this task faster and more efficiently? When you learn to accept imperfection, you will save a lot of time and energy. Conclusion. Inverse thinking is not just a method of changing perspective but a powerful tool to help you overcome your limitations. When you learn to view every problem from the opposite angle, you'll realize that difficulties are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth and development. Inverse thinking, combined with Stoic philosophy, helps you not only face challenges but also find inner peace and the strength to overcome any adversity. We live in a rapidly changing world, where traditional values and perspectives sometimes no longer apply. Changing your mindset, rather than following the beaten path others have laid out, is a way for you to create an active and meaningful life. Inverse thinking helps you reduce stress, minimize dependence on external factors, and increase self-control, allowing you to find satisfaction in every moment. Ultimately, applying inverse thinking is not just about changing the way you think, it's a way of life. You'll learn to live less dependent on external factors, persevere with your goals, and always maintain a positive attitude, no matter the difficulties. In doing so, you'll not only take control of your life but also inspire those around you. So, together we have explored a new piece of knowledge today. I hope you feel more motivated to continue growing and moving closer to your goals. Never stop learning and always stay persistent on the path of personal development. If you found this video useful and interesting, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future videos. Also, please leave your comments below so we can interact and connect more. This is where we will continue to discover more tips to help you become the best version of yourself. Thank you for always being with us. Wishing you success and happiness on your journey.